Somewhere deep in the middle of the Pacific, between the boundary of light and dark, there floats a research station. Station Delphina. Two scientists, 40 tons of pressure, and the most advanced language learning model ever created. They came to learn the language of the whales, to cross the chasm of life and build a bridge of understanding. But they're entering the splash zone of human hubris. Beyond the sea, beneath comprehension, and squarely inside, the odd hour.
Good stretch.
Morning, Lenny.
Hey, Isa. Did you sleep?
You're funny.
It's part of the charm. Want coffee?
Only if it comes with a donut and a helicopter ride to the surface.
You're getting caffeine and freeze-dried despair. Take it or leave it.
Have you seen it again?
Not since Tuesday, but I've been running a deep scan every night. Nothing on sonar, just static and singing.
The whales.
Yeah, they're back. More vocal than ever.
Hey down there, you two. Just your friendly check-in from topside. Wanted to see if there's any juicy data swimming your way. Make any fishy friends?
Hi, Molly. Still analyzing. No breakthroughs yet. Also, whales aren't fish.
Well, we don't need to reinvent the wheel here, team. Anything that pushes the needle, I can show the boys down in development. We've got platforms ready and waiting for your data.
It's taking us time to get the model tuned just
We're
right.
not funding your research just so you two can have a little vacation. We're here to change the world and push forward the Delphina Tech mission.
Well, tell R&D to hang tight. Might be a few weeks before we start getting any usable syntax maps.
Cool. Just remember, grant funding's tied to deliverables. Love ya!
I hate lying.
Don't. You're smart. You heard what she said. You know what they're planning to do with this.
Weaponize it? Control whales? Aqua combat biodrones?
It's just too important to the world. The first communication between two terrestrial sentiences. Shh! Go lay down.
This moment belongs to the whales.
And us.
They're here.
Start up the language model.
Initiating cetacean linguistic protocol. Translating. Hello.
Oh my,
There is food toward the
it's
sun.
working.
Swim gently.
It's actually working.
We did it! Oh my god, look.
What was that?
There. Silver, no propulsion, no resistance. It's just slipping through the water so fast.
It's not on sonar.
It stopped.
Look at the whales. They're circling around it.
Hello.
They're welcoming it.
Analyzing new signal. Unknown source. Partial translation. The ones above.
Aliens! Right? Aliens? Definitely aliens. I knew it!
They are monsters. They come from above. They are so loud. They take our children. They eat the sea. They destroy our home.
They're talking about us.
No, maybe it's something else.
We care about you. Your place in the universe is sacred. We have observed long enough. We will protect you. They will not harm you anymore.
Isa. We thought they were singing, but they've been calling for help.
The transcripts, though, I thought we were building something with them.
We were just eavesdropping.
Lenny, call topside.
Yeah. Topside, come in. We might have a situation. Something's down here. It's talking to the whales.
No one's listening.
Is there anyone left to listen?
Good boy. Good boy. It's gonna be okay.
Two scientists at the bottom of the world who cracked the code of an ancient tongue, only to learn that not every message is meant for man. In their search for understanding, they found judgment, and in the songs of whales they heard the verdict: guilty as charged. The ocean is wide, the watchers are listening, and humanity has just been placed on mute. You're now surfacing from The Odd Hour.
Hey, so this series will probably be a little different from the ones you're used to seeing. A lot of vlogging people usually start because of their own choice. We are an upper middle class couple tired of modern life, blah blah blah. Unfortunately, my life isn't going as well, which isn't a great hook, but it's just the truth. I can't start like that. It sucks. Okay, take two. Hey everyone. I used to be like you. Stable job, apartment I lived in for a few years. I guess I thought if anything happened, my landlord would cut me some slack since I've never been anything but the perfect renter. Anyways, a combination of circumstances has made my past life impossible. I haven't really prepped myself for this scenario other than buying some supplies for the next few weeks. Since I'm doing this all by myself, I thought I would vlog it to show any others who get into this position that it'll be okay, I think. What is our destination, you may ask? Well, my parents died a couple of years ago. They left me their old hunting shack out in the middle of nowhere, Colorado, so I guess we're headed there. Anyway, today's goal, eat some dinner and find somewhere to spend the night. Okay, I think that works. I've only slept in my car once before this. My friends and I were camping and it started to rain. We tried to tough it out, but once the water started seeping in and soaking our sleeping bags, we decided to bail and just wait in our cars until morning. Something about the rain, while it made the tent intolerable, made sleeping in the car oddly peaceful. Sure, it was cramped, but it was also warm and dry. The light pattering on the roof making me feel like I was back home once I closed my eyes. Without rain, there's just unsettling silence that's broken with the occasional traffic and car door slams. I sit here tossing and turning because I feel like someone is about to rip open my car door. I thought being around people would make me feel better, but it's not just people I'm around. They're strangers who could do anything to me. Okay, sorry, preemptively, for all the noise. I decided to treat myself to a diner breakfast with all the money I don't have. I just feel like last night got a little dark, so sorry about that. I'm feeling better this morning, though. Oh, thank you. So I thought I would mix it up, maybe, do one of those things, like this is what I'm eating today things. I'll be honest with you all, this will probably be my last nice meal for a while, so I guess we'll both be enjoying it. Eggs, bacon, pancakes, and orange juice. Guess I'll dig in. All right, back on the road today, as you can tell. I've never really been someone who moves around a lot. Maybe some of you can relate to that. I lived in one town my whole life. I didn't even go away to college, just a local community college. Then my parents died. Oh, that's too much. Future me, cut that. Okay, I've never been someone who moves around a lot, so all the traveling has made me feel unsettled. I'm almost to the house. I find myself wondering what it's gonna be like. I haven't been there since I was a kid. Once I started middle school, it was a bit harder to work in those hunting trips with my dad. Too busy studying for the upcoming quiz bowl or working on my grades. Like that even mattered. When he died, I thought about all the times I had to say no. Now I wish I went. So, finally arrived. I got my stuff unloaded so I can show you guys around. Let's start with the outside. Like I said, it's really more of a shack than an actual house. It was meant for kind of just sleeping in and holding equipment when my dad was here, so it's pretty small and off-grid. As you can see, we have the outhouse that I'm terrified to open. Over here is a small generator, gas-powered. Clothesline. Then we have a small shed that would keep stuff like tarps, traps, hunting stuff, whatever. Then you walk in and bam. Not much. It's basically just the smallest studio apartment anyone has ever seen. Just enough room to set up a cot, keep a duffel bag or two. There's a counter and an icebox, so yeah, this place is home now. You may be asking yourself, what content is this idiot gonna make? I think I'm just gonna spend my time fixing the place up, maybe show you guys around the area. It's a pretty cool piece of land. I'll think of some other stuff too, I've got nothing but time. Taking a walk around. It's kind of interesting, being all alone out here. You know, they say humans crave connection, companionship. I guess I took people's presence for granted. One thing I've been thinking about is how those people were probably right. I mean, I should have believed them at face value because they're scientists, and I'm sure they came to that conclusion through science. But before now, something about it always felt far away. Like a hypothetical that would never come to pass. I think I needed to experience loneliness to understand it. It really makes you feel not human. But I guess I've been alone for longer than I realized, or else I wouldn't be here. My parents are gone. After their death, I can't say I was a pleasure to be around. I feel like people tolerated me before, but after that, I just became unbearable. Guess that's why I'm in this situation. It's kind of a situation of my design. Something is circling. Do you guys hear it? I don't know what it is. I'm so scared. Hey guys, I have a haul to show you. I've been busy organizing all the old shit that was left in here. There's a surprising amount of crap that can be left behind in just a couple of cupboards. So the first thing I have is a bunch of CDs and a small player, so let's see what my dad was listening to out here. As you can probably tell, mostly scratched up, but, you know, still pretty intact. And there were a couple of lighters, some car freshener, a small hunting stool. I've been wanting an outdoor chair. I guess it's kind of like a recliner if you close your eyes. There's also a bunch of old clothes. Camo, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. Coolest of all, though, I found what looks to be a box with old hunting journals of my dad's. I decided to go through them on camera with you guys. For those of you that don't know, some outdoorsmen keep journals if they want to keep track of things like weather conditions, cool game spots, or really anything else you can think of, kind of just like a man diary. When I was little, I would read over the older ones he would keep at the house. I thought they looked so cool, like something out of an adventure movie. All the logs and the coordinates. Sometimes he would even do like small drawings on the pages. And these are probably some of the last ones he kept. October 23rd, 2023. Temperature, high 88, low 57. Arrived at base today. Planning on 3-week stay. Maria joining halfway through. Have all needed supplies. Need to go to town and have someone look at the icebox. Have been running the power for a few hours now, and it still is not reaching a low enough temperature for game storage. Maria is my mom, by the way, for context, and my dad's name is, or I guess was, Ferris. October 25th, 2023. Temperature, high 85, low 50. Finally got someone up here to take a look at the icebox. Things seem to be in working order. October 26th, 2023. Temperature, high 88, low 60. Beautiful weather today. Nice and sunny. Just got back from lake venture. Flora and fauna are thriving. Good news for me. I'll take a couple of days to relax. The only thing that has me concerned is a set of strange tracks I saw around the lake. Couldn't quite identify them, but they looked to be a large predator like mountain lion or some sort of wolf. Gait was strange, maybe injured. Reported to Forest Patrol. And that's where I'll leave it for today. Good cliffhanger, huh? I caught a couple of fish to eat tonight. It reminded me of fishing with my dad. We'd go out and catch a bunch and take them to clean and eat. Even though I was young, I had a special space in my heart for the tranquility of the water. But when it came time to clean them, I always felt sad. We could have easily gone to the grocery store and gotten fish already prepared. But the more I've been out here, the more I think about it. I think I've realized why. No matter how evolved we think we've become, there's always a primal urge in our brain to find and to hunt, to kill. I think fishing is an easy way to soothe it. It's peaceful, controlled, there's a struggle, and the prey has all the odds stacked against them. In the end, when we hold up a successful catch, we get the release we're seeking. You never forget your first kill. I remember mine well. I took the fish out of the bucket, and my dad handed me a large knife. I remember it glinting as I swung it down. All right, everyone ready for more entries? I thought reading them by the fire would be pretty cinematic. October 30th, 2023. Temperature, high 83, low 55. Maria arrived today. We spent a nice day by the lake, staked out some spots for a setup, came across more of those tracks. Em also could not recognize them. Came across a few dead deer corpses. Looks like whatever left the tracks may not be too injured if it's well enough to hunt. November 1st, 2023. Temperature, high 87, low 56. Decided to start the hunt and set up just around the North Bend. Em and I packed up some supplies and have set up a tent for a few-day camping stay. Lack of animal activity, we may move elsewhere if it doesn't pick up in the next few days. We also found more of those mystery tracks just around our camping site this morning. Maybe we didn't do a good enough job of ridding food smells from the camp. November 3rd, 2023. Temperature, high 85, low 54. Heading back to base to reset. Lack of animal activity still persists. Well, there's a lack of living animal activity. Found more deer and small animal corpses on trails and near our camp, uncomfortably near. Em and I figure the mysterious animal may still be at fault. Have notified Forest Patrol about corpses left by trails, just so they can clear them to make sure there are no run-ins. It's harder to get through these than I thought they would be. I'm sure telling you about my dead parents bums you all out, but I'll give you guys a little more context. I figured these logs were some of my dad's last, which is true, but thinking about it after my first readings, it's really true. These are the logs from his very last trip out here. They died in a car accident on the way home. Very sudden. That's part of the reason I haven't come out here until I had no choice. It is kind of nice to read them, even though I know how they end. It feels like I'm going on one last trip with them. Alright, for those of you who stick around for the promised home improvements, here they are. I finally got brave enough to tackle the outhouse. It honestly wasn't that bad, except for the fact that there was still some waste left behind. But I replaced the pot, thrown some new hinges on it, good as new. I lined the fire pit with some new, bigger rocks I found by the river, just to make it a bit nicer. Moving on to the main base, patched the roof. That became the biggest priority after storms moved in a couple nights ago. Let's just say it was a pretty wet night. And if you see here, whoa. Those are some pretty huge claw marks. Must be from the other night. And tracks. I wonder where they go. Hope you guys don't mind change. I'm pretty much in the thick of it. I follow the tracks for as long as I can. Some of them got washed away by the rain. Oh, I really thought this would end up being more exciting. Oh, just a squirrel. God, that scared me. Wait a minute. A cave. Oh, gross. Looks like this is probably the place we were looking for. Something big definitely lives here. Maybe, I don't know. It looks like it's some... It looks like it left some of its most recent kill for... I don't know. Well, ever wonder what going to the hospital for an animal bite is like? Well, now I can tell you. I wish I had gotten it on camera, but I was in a little too much pain to film. Don't worry, I wasn't seriously hurt. Just a few gnarly bites and scratches. The hunters found me as they were passing by. Luckily, I was wearing one of my dad's high-vis vests, so I stuck out like a sore thumb. They found me unconscious. I think the attack spooked me so bad I just passed out. I didn't even get a good look at what got me. That was pretty humiliating, to tell the paramedics. They couldn't identify the bites. They chalked it up to some sort of juvenile bear getting startled and treated me the best they could. I was afraid they wouldn't let me come back out here, but after a night of observation, they let me go. I reported it to the Forest Patrol, and they said they would go check it out, but if it was a lone juvenile, it likely moved on. Sorry, I haven't posted in a while. I've been healing, I guess. Those bites did more of a number on me than I thought. So let's just call this video my crazy animal experience part 2 or something like that. When I got back from the hospital, I was feeling okay. Then, when I went to bed, I was having these crazy dreams. I dreamed I was running on all fours through the forest. I was going faster and faster, feeling every muscle fire, not in exhaustion, but excitement. Suddenly, I stop and I see me. I see myself, standing, peering into that cave. I get low and creep closer. I scream at myself to turn around to notice the predator inching closer. Then I pounce. I woke up covered in a feverish sweat. The doctor gave me a round of antibiotics. They thought the bites were probably infected. They were pretty nasty. They took a long time to heal over. With the dreams, they think I might have some sort of trauma from the whole thing, which makes sense. They think that my brain might be trying to understand the incident from a different point of view. I'm finally feeling a little bit more back to normal. Just trying to get back in my normal routine. Clean the house, go on a walk, find some food, rinse and repeat. So, with those doctor trips, I've officially run my savings dry. I know some of you have been asking about donations. Maybe it's just my pride, but I'd feel a little weird accepting them. I've been earning some money going to town, doing an odd job or two. It's a small town, the kind of place where everyone knows everyone. I stick out. Not to mention my reputation of being the crazy guy who lives in the woods. None of them will talk to me, past small talk. Even the people that hire me out for work seem eager for me to be on my way. Has all this isolation really made me so different? I sure do look different than I used to. Maybe that's it. My hair's grown long, my fingernails jagged, a couple of chipped teeth. I guess the woods really have done a number on me. I knew it. I knew I saw some rabbits running around here. Check out the trap. Made it myself, as you probably could have guessed. I remember seeing something similar in the hunting magazines my dad used to get. I can't believe it worked. Or I guess it sort of worked. Its brain keeps sending the impulse to struggle. I wonder if it knows there's no use. Although, if it could think that deeply, it probably wouldn't have fallen for it in the first place. I guess I should put it out of its misery. I prop my shovel. Maybe this? No, that won't. Can't just leave it. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I think I've let myself become a little too wild, and it's scaring me. I've been to town for a few days straight, got my hair cut. I managed to score an interview with one of the storefronts I've done some work for in the past. They had a regular position open, so I applied. It's gonna feel weird putting on interview attire in the middle of the woods, but hopefully it won't be that way for much longer. Fuck this. Who is it? Who's there? This is mine. It is mine, and it was my father's before me. You have no claim to it.
Foolish boy, I need not make my claim known. I've wandered these woods, living out my cursed half-existence since before your father was born.
I don't care about whatever you're burdened with. This is all I have left, and you won't take it from me.
You would be wise not to dismiss me, for my burden is now yours. It runs through your veins, woven into the new scars across your skin.
Shut up! Just a dream? What? Oh, I'm bleeding. The company downsized. I was a relatively new hire when compared to the others who had a few years' experience on me. It happens. It was business, nothing personal. What's that sound? Is that his heart? Why is it so loud? What is that smell? Cheap aftershave, laundry detergent, gasoline. There's another smell. Underneath it all, it smells like... Where have I smelled that before? The rabbit. Prey. He smells like prey. I wonder if he would run like prey. I wonder if his neck would be as easy to bite into. Soft, thin. I wonder what his blood would... Huh? Sorry, I have to go. When I was sitting in that interview, my collar, it felt so constricting. I don't know. I heard his heartbeat and I smelled his fear. I realized in that moment I wanted to run towards him. I wanted to chase him down and overpower him. I wanted to feel a primal triumph as I ripped into his flesh. I think that day in the forest, I was transformed into something I don't understand.
Most. Most people don't remember, or they can't. some kind of self-preservation technique. But those of us who do found each other. We can't forget. We still hear it. The sound. After comparing notes with the rest of my team, I seem to have the earliest memory. I remember the day. I remember everything. The sky was blue, the grass tall and sharp and yellow, puffy clouds, faraway trees. I remember birds, but maybe there weren't any. Bruno, my dog. We were both too big for our bodies, too young for our brains. He understood me almost as well as I understood him. It was me and my family. We were walking, and we were also running, and we were crying for our lives. Bruno, left behind. No birds, just the memory bends around it. The anchor, the ether, the sound. 7 years later, my father would collapse into ecstatic tears on a family trip to the Kennedy Space Center. My mother would panic and run from my second son's Major League Baseball debut. Most people couldn't remember the day they first heard it, but if they did, they broke. But I never forgot. I remember the pressure. My lungs, my ears, my soul shaking like a car on the highway with one window cracked open. I looked into Bruno's eyes, and he looked into mine, and I saw the light slip away as it came. It came from everywhere, but especially from the sky. It seemed to flatten us. I was stretched, vibrating like a string. I felt like I could see further than my eyes. Momentary echolocation lighting up the entire field, the river over the hill, and tomorrow all the way to today. To me, it wasn't a roar or a whisper or the innumerable souls in the universe crying out like it was for my parents. It wasn't music or math or prophecy like it was for other members of our team. To me, the sound was a voice. My voice. Bruno. I think about that now as I come to understand the nature of reality, as I explain how the broadcast machine works. I think about that now as my responsibilities eclipse my ability, as I realize the course of the past could be decided by a single word. I think about that now as I approach the microphone. I think about that now as I realize what I've done to us. I hope I said the right thing. This episode of The Odd Hour is brought to you by The Dark. It's just a close your eyes away.
Hey. So, welcome to the part of the show where we take some phone interviews For our listeners, the question of the day here is, what's in a name? What is in a name? A lot of poems have been written about this, a lot of musings, as they say. But the ones that we want to hear are only people that listen to our show. So our first caller, you may have seen him. In fact, you probably have seen him if you ever have looked around, open your eyes. Pretty important, I would say, to the English language. And maybe not even the English language, really just everything. So caller number 1, what is in a name?
What's in a name, you ask? Ha ha ha. I am in a name. My name is Kern. I am the space between letters. I am what is in a name.
Oh, wow. I don't think we've ever heard of someone of this caliber. Welcome to the show, Mr. Kern.
Yes, of my caliber, of a thing that exists out in the world beyond just a living, breathing, dying piece of meat. I'm a concept. I'm not even a concept. I'm a thing. I don't even know what I am. I'm just a fact of letters.
Do you have a first name?
No. Why? Do you?
I mean, that's kind of a personal question. I'm just
You say that I've listened to your episodes before, and that is you always respond with that. That's kind of a personal question, a question you just asked me. Indeed, it is.
I mean, I'm just saying that I'm the one doing the interview, so I'm allowed to ask personal questions. It's kind of invasive if you ask me questions, because that's not really what we're here for.
I'm here called to answer, and I have. I am what is in a name.
Where were you born?
I was not born. I have existed.
Yeah, I was about to ask, where, so you are in a name, and I guess you're really in all sort of written
yes,
things.
Anything written.
But would you say that that's your occupation? Like, that's your job?
I don't need a job.
But that's what you do, so is that, like, your job?
I don't have a job.
But you don't understand what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying just fine, mortal meat peasant. I understand that you humans have to toil in order to get money, to receive food. I don't eat. I am Kern. I am the space between letters.
Have you ever heard of a kernel?
Yes. Have you ever heard of a kernel? The one spelled...
There are 3! You would know that.
Yeah, I would.
There's Kern, Kernel, and Kernel.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the other 2?
There's also Kernel.
Which one's that?
That is a computer one.
Oh, okay. Well, how do you feel about the other 3?
Fine. Well, I don't know. Are you trying to stir something up right now?
I'm just
I feel fine, TMZ. They're not even on my level. A popcorn kernel, please. A colonel in a military, please. A computer kernel, which is a collection of something, I don't know. Please.
Well, I guess again, it kind of goes back to my purpose. I'm here to ask you questions. I don't understand why you're getting so offended.
No. You asked the question, and I called to answer it. Wait. I guess you're right. Go on.
Well, and going back to my previous question, I understand that you don't have toil. That's kind of part of being Kern. You don't have to toil. I guess the thing I was trying to lead you to is you are in a name. You're in most words.
Yes. All of them.
All of them. Yeah, you're in all words. I guess that's my point, is that's kind of and maybe not a job is not the right word, the function you serve. Would you agree?
It's not that I serve a function. When you write words, you have to put
spaces between the letters so you can read them.
Yes, but there's a name for you. So it's like a function because I mean I guess like what I'm trying to ask is where do you spend your off time?
Oh, I've really gotten into whirly ball recently. It's this thing where you sit in like a bumper car and you get like a lacrosse thing and you throw a ball. And then it's like basketball too.
Who would you say your best friend is?
Oh, Kyle.
Awesome. Thank you so much, caller number 1, Kern. If you didn't know, now you know. The space between letters. That's what's in a name.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty crazy. That guy, man.
He seemed
a little crazy.
Yeah. He seemed like he I got nothing. Yeah, that guy sorry, I was too deep in the character. I can't make a judgment on him. I care about him too much. I'll say like, yeah, that guy was more like the space between. I quit.
Okay. Okay. Bring it in. All right. Well, you can't quit now because we have another caller.
Oh, right. That guy was more like the space between the last story and the last caller.
Whoa!
Nice. Yeah, and so I'm asking the same question, which is what's in a name? So here is caller number 2. Caller number 2, you've just blown in through town recently. So what's in a name?
Howdy. Well, I don't know if I could tell you about what much is in a name, but I do know one thing. I know what's not in a name.
All right. What's that?
What's not in a name? You know what's not in a name? Someone's story. Not in their name.
Okay.
I only say that because I feel like my name doesn't fully communicate who I am.
Oh. Okay. What's your name?
Well, I'm known by many names, but the most popular, I suppose, would be Tumbleweed.
Oh. Wow. We're lucky to have you on.
I know, I'm going and blowing, but here I am.
You're blowing up right now.
I mean, I wouldn't say blowing up. I mean, I would say that, you know, I'm a wanderer.
Oh.
I'm just kind of wandering from place to place. And I guess that's kind of what I like. I guess in the name, it's tumble. But I don't consider myself much of a weed.
Well, I mean, you certainly are sweeping across the country. There's no doubt about that.
Oh, have you read my biography?
Yeah, we all have.
Oh my God, I didn't know I was talking to a fan.
Well, you know, don't put words in my mouth.
I didn't know I was talking to a hater.
I have no opinion. Positive.
So you read my incredibly moving biography and felt nothing. Caught in the wind. That's the name of it.
You know, I'm just gonna be honest. It just seems like a lot of the book was predicated on your identity, caught in the wind, and you know your life up to this point. And you're telling me that you don't even like your name.
Well, a lot of people don't like their name. That doesn't mean that their entire life story is fake. That's my whole point. The story that I have to tell that you read in my biography, I feel like my name doesn't fully represent that because, yes, I'm tumbling, but again, I don't consider myself much of a weed. I feel like that kind of has a negative connotation. Like when you think of a weed, you think of something you gotta kill.
Yeah.
Or something that's like kind of evil-like. I don't figure myself particularly evil.
Me neither. Did you choose your own name?
Not many of us do, but I did not know it was given to me by my mother and father. It's a family name.
Tumble, and your last name is Weed?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel for you, but also, wouldn't you say then you kind of are literally a weed?
No, because like I said, I feel like, if someone's last name is Baker, that doesn't mean they're literally a baker.
No, but I mean, but they are like a baker. Like, that's the Baker family. That's the weed family. Oh, that's a weed. That's a baker.
I'm just saying, I feel like it has a negative connotation. And I don't think that's who I am.
I'm sorry that you feel that way.
You know what? Fine. You got me. I'm tumbling, okay? I get it. You got me. Maybe I wasn't ready for this. I was just trying to do like a guerrilla marketing kind of thing with this, but now you got me questioning my whole entire life.
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Tumble, or Mr. Weed, or I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring all this up. The question was just, what's in a name?
And I was just trying to say, I thought it would be a funny lead-in to be like, well, my name's not my story, and then be like, go read my story and my biography. Clearly, it didn't work out that way.
I'm sorry.
Clearly, it did not work out that way.
Well, that's caller number 2. I guess that's what you get when you just spiral in a question death spiral. Do you see someone looking at us from outside?
No, I saw a bug.
Oh, there's a fly in here, yeah.
It wasn't a fly.
What kind of bug? A house centipede? No!
He was in the window.
That means he's over there somewhere. He's gonna crawl on me while I sleep.
I was afraid it was a spider.
It is worse than a spider because it has so many more legs.
I know. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
Anyway. Well, we've talked about our fears. We've heard some stories. We've answered some questions. And really, that's all the Odd Hour has time for. That's
started at the beginning.
And now it's ending at the end.